Okay, Mike. Sorry about the focus. This isn't a GoPro, so it's kind of hard to walk and talk, and it's really early and nobody's here. So I like to do my movies at this time because they like to stand around and watch, if you know what I mean, and they don't do anything. But anyways, so what you're looking at is a 2000S, and this is what we're going to be discussing here. So this is your in-feed table here. So you would load your product from here back. So for example, if I can do this one-handed, what this is going to look like here, for example, so you would load your product and it would be just about like that when you load it. Now that's actually probably a little long. Now this is your first fold when you put it in the machine. So once you find your length, you put this guide here. So I had a piece of tape, a little piece of Teflon tape, just for a jig, but it's probably going to be more like that. But you'll find it, you know, or I'll find it and show you exactly before the machine shows up if it's something you do. Now, your photo eyes here, and that's gonna, there's an air cylinder underneath this table that's gonna push this table in and out. So, in-feed table, your folding machine. So, throw your hand over it and put it in the machine. Come through and fold it. Now, your products are all going to come out like that unless I change the engineering of the entire machine, which is probably not going to happen, I'm just going to tell you. So something like this now, the reason it's flaring a little bit, I guess that's what you call it. So this is what I call a flare, which this is a really hard one to see. This one didn't do it as bad, but that is what I call a flare. So really what I want is that there. So straight line, just a basic square. Now your operators at the back, or your second operator, could just fold it in half like that, and then you could actually make it even a smaller footprint for bag costs or polyethylene costs. Make your bags a little bit smaller, and I kind of like that a little bit better anyways. So you're going to be looking at something like that, and that looks pretty good. Now what I got here is, it looks like one that's bagged, which if you fold it in half it'd be even smaller than that, as you can tell. Now without folding in half, it's about the same size. Might be a little bit longer, but not by much. So if that's like a spec you have to hit, you can hit that. Now for example, Mike, this flare right here, I can put, so let me walk you through how this machine works here. So when I put this, let me go back here, sorry about the movement. So when I put that product in, it's going to come in the machine here. So there's a full width plate underneath this main drive belt. Turn this off. Okay, so it's going to hold your fold width all the way through. Now I've actually got it out a little bit. I could even tighten these things up a little bit more. Now this right here, you see my hand, that is a sleeve tucker. That's your left tucker. And you got another one on the right, and then you got another one underneath, which is irrelevant for your product. Now these can move up and down here. So left tucker, got your right tucker, sleeve tucker, and then your fold width. So really these three right here are really all you're going to have to be thinking about with your type of product. Now here's your guides. Left tucker, you know, 1 to 4. Then you got the other ones over on the other side. Then your fold width's in the middle here. So as you can see, I've got it at about 7.5, 8, and you can drop it down to almost, you could almost probably get to 5.5, 6. So when that shirt, or when that product comes in, the right tucker is going to hit it first, so it's going to fold the right side, fold the left side. Now it's going to come here, and it's going to transition from this belt into the exit of the machine. Now when it does that, this photo eye is going to see it. It's going to drop down, and then there's a pneumatic cylinder here that's going to push it back through, and that's when it folds it in half. And that's when you come out with this. Now, so for example, let me put this back here so you can look at this. Okay, so for example, let me walk you through the fold here after it's folded. So what you've got here, make sure you can see this on the screen. I got stuff all over the place. So that's your first fold right there. So when it goes in the machine, it's hanging on that empty table, and what I want, once you find that length, is to even that out. So I want it here, so when it's coming through the machine, it's going to fold this right side in, fold this left side in, and then it's going to fold it in half. Now obviously, that's hand done, you know, and I could do that all day, but that's really the goal. Here, your fold width's right, so basically it's going to hold that fold width down the middle, left, right, fold it in half. Now what's happening with yours is my sleeve tuckers, they're not made for this product obviously, they're made for like a t-shirt, so I have a lot more product to work with. So if I made jigs on my sleeve tuckers, basically what would happen is I would hold this fold width all the way through. You'd come here, here, and then it'd be more like that. That's really what you're looking at. That's really my goal at the end of the day if you invest in a machine. So that's what's happening, as you can see that flare right there. So for example, it's a perfect example. See, it's flaring because it's falling off my sleeve tuckers, but if I had that jig in there, that would not happen. You would end up with this, and then this. That's more like it. And if you drop your fold width down, it'd be even tighter. So more like this. So that's how that machine works in a nutshell. I know it's a lot at once, but got e-stops, safety guards all over the machine, and this machine is really what you're looking for, and you'll get anywhere up to, I don't know, 800 to 1,000 an hour, sometimes 1,200 an hour, depending on your operator, because your operator's here, and this is your main concern when it comes to numbers, because as fast as they can put them in, as fast as they're going to come out. And so you've got the folding machine, and this is our bagger sealers that we build here too. As you can see, let me come around here. So this one's getting wrapped up, as you can see, and there's one that's crated. So basically, here's your sealer in itself. Bagger is on top. This is your bagger. Now the bags actually snap in right here, and this fan blows them open for you. So this would actually sit at the end of the machine, and your product would come out. You'd have a second operator bagging them, dropping them, and then conveyor system would take it to the box, or it would just drop in the box here. So that's two-man operation, 800,000 an hour, saving on labor, speeding up production. That's the whole goal, as you know. So again, it's your 2,000. Here's your products. Just let me know if you have any questions, Mike. Thanks a lot.